Hey, baseball fans, this is Chris Singleton, and welcome to the show.
It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3. And we'll be back in a minute to get it started. Championship Series. It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the New York Mets. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. We're looking forward to what's sure to be a dramatic Game 3, Chris.
And Boog, this is as close to an elimination game as you can get without it actually being one. Going down 3-0 would more or less just end this thing. So this game's going to tell us whether we're going to have a real series in store for us or if we're just going to be packing our bags and going home.
A lot of people feel these teams are more evenly matched. The first two games would indicate. So we'll see if we get a bounce back performance in this one. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about set to go. And today on the hill, Blake Snell.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go now. Now up for St. Louis, Brendan Donovan.
The second baseman, Brendan Donovan.
Ball four, taking base. That's ball four.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
The pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
Foul ball, still 0-2. 2 on, 1 out. Swings and misses, struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Man, there was no deviating from the fastball right there. He just kept coming after him with it. Here it is. Hit it if you can. And he just couldn't find a way to put it in play.
This is Dylan Carlson. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Kicks and deals. Pulls that one foul.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
That's the third out. Cardinals 0. Mets coming to bat. This is the National League Championship Series on the show. Back here at Citi Field. And towing the slab here, Griffin Canning. What do you have on him, Chris?
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
And stepping in for New York, Trey Turner. The line to kick the pitch. And there's a base hit to left. So a runner aboard to start the inning. So, Singy, let's dive into the numbers, courtesy of StatCast. Do you even feel contact being made when you hit a ball that hard?
No, I don't think so, Boog. I mean, that's just the best feeling in the world as a hitter. You square it up perfectly, and it's like you didn't even swing the bat. And there are times the ball feels heavy off your bat.
Turner runs. Pitching for a strike. Contreras throws. Stunning time. It's a stolen base. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Swing, and that ball smashed down a line. Walker hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's Kyle Tucker. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. It sounded different than most hits coming off the bat. You don't need numbers to tell you the ball was hit extremely hard, but at 115 miles per hour, that's not an exit velocity you see very often. Very impressive.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Here's Pete Alonso. Big time power. Liner caught at second.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This one driven deep center field on its way. Home run. He powers that one out of here. That's his 4th home run of the series. And the Mets jump in front. It's 3-0. So the streak stays alive. His 4th straight game with a home run.
Boog, that's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. He's absolutely punishing mistakes right now he can't miss. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Line drive, Adam in center field. Mets get 3 on this homer. It's now 3-0. You're watching the National League Championship Series on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified. And a pitch. In for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
Popped up right side. Has this one sized up. Makes the grab, one down. So digging in, Joey Meneses. This one popped up. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it. 2 away.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball.
Kicks and fires. Pitch misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The Redbirds trailing by 3 here in game 3. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. They trail it here 3-0. And we're back. Bottom half of inning number 2. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Canning back to work. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Carlson ranging back on it. That'll make it out of here. He flexes his power with that swing. That's his 4th home run of the series. And they add to the lead. It's 4-0.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
This one smoked on its way out of here. He goes deep in his first at-bat off the bench. And they tack one on the board. It's 5-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Luis Ariz stands in. Ripped on a line. Nootbaar makes the catch, and there's one gone.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now the shortstop, Trey Turner. Now towards right center. That's well struck. That's back. And that is gone. He circles the bases. Their 3rd home run of the inning, and they add to their lead. It's 6-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Griffin Canning won't go any further, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. New arm on the mound for the Cardinals, Tekoa Roby.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Ellie De La Cruz getting ready to hit. 0 for 1 so far. Foul ball there.
You can feel the extra attention on Ellie anytime he comes to the plate. This guy's a player that keeps you on the edge of your seat because you don't know what he's going to do next. He can hit for power, steals bases. He can throw the ball 100 miles per hour across the infield. He's electric.
That's ripped. Base hit.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Absolutely smoked that baseball. What a swing. Sent it out way faster than it came in, of course. 113 off the bat, and no matter where you hit it at that speed, it's tough to make a play on.
There goes the runner. That's in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for one run, trying to apply some pressure, and that's exactly the case right here. Speed on the bases, put him in motion, and it worked out. Now time to execute in the batter's box.
The pitch. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Coming home. He scores, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. To second, but way too late. Safe there. So, man aboard. Next is the designated hitter, Pete Alonso. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Hung up in a rundown now, and they put the tag on him for the out.
Now batting, first base.
So up next for New York, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's already homered in this game. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. Another homer. Make that 4 homers in the inning. It's 9-0. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it.
That home run was a no-doubter. As we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Crushed. Just absolutely crushed. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo, and like you said, no doubt about that one. Plenty of launch angle to give it that backspin as well, and that carried way over the wall.
Base is empty with 2 away. Kyle Schwarber, the next to hit. to right center, and this one's going to go out of here. A gigantic blast. That's his 5th homer of the series. It's 10-0. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Gordon Graceffo.
Number 67, Gordon Graceffo.
Two outs, base is empty. The batter now will be Will Smith. Right through there for a strike. Two outs. That one ripped left field. That's down. One hops off the wall. The throw in.
That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Drew Gilbert up now for the Mets. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Carlson tracks it down for the out. But they score 7 times to blow this thing open. We played 2 full. It's the Mets 10 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here in Queens, here's the shortstop at the plate, Mason Wynn. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
And there's a foul ball. The 0-1. And a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Up next for the Cardinals.
And here is Brendan Donovan. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate.
Blake Snell on the mound today, and everyone knows he's got a great shoe collection, but his trophy cabinet's pretty full as well. He's won multiple Cy Young awards, one in the American League with the Rays and another in the National League with the Padres.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Snell won his second Cy Young award in 2023, the same season he led the majors in walks. That doesn't happen very often, but it wasn't the first time. Early Wynn did the same thing in 1959 with the Chicago White Sox.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Newton stands in now and watches strike 1. On the ground, and it's through for a hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
This lefty matchup thing's not going so well.
Now back, designated hitter, Nolan Gorman.
Here's Nolan Gorman. Walked his first time. Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
The Cardinals with a lot of ground to make up here in Game 3 of the NLCS. Gilbert settles underneath it. Drops into the glove. And that'll do it. The Cards leave one. They're down 10-0. As we go to the last of the third. And stepping in for New York, Luis Arias. And a pitch. Line drive. Carlson takes it in for the out. And there's one down.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. Nootbaar drop step going back. And that one is out of here. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 11-0.
Well, he almost robbed a home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
So one out, nobody on. Now it's the second baseman, Ellie De La Cruz. There's a swing and a drive. And it's off the wall. And into second with one away. That's a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Kyle Tucker up now for the Mets.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And the righty deals. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. The run comes in from second. It's 12-0. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
And now it's the polar bear. Pete Alonso Fastball for a strike.
Well, Boog, it didn't take very long for Alonso to set the home run record here at Citi Field. He passed Lucas Duda for the top spot in June of 2023.
The 0-1. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball.
A little tardy on that fastball. He's going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Righty to the plate. And down on strikes. And there are 2 outs.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Man at first, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. digs in now. On the line, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
So up next, Kyle Schwarber, 1 for 2. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. A massive home run. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 15-0.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
The new pitcher in the game, Zach Thompson. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Here's the catcher for them.
Ball 4, take the base. Ball 4, take your base. 3. Yeah. 3. That's ball 4.
So 2 down. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Swung on, belted. Carlson ranging back on it. And it's off the batter's eye. He hammers one out to center. That's his 4th home run of the series. It's 17-0.
It's no surprise this guy has won the home run derby multiple times. He was born to hit them. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but those plays are so tough to pull off. And I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
2 outs, nobody on. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up now for the Mets.
0-1.
2 outs, bases in.
3. Ball 4, take the base.
So the batting order turns over. Brendan Donovan will hit next. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the 3rd home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished. Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Newt Bar up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. High fly ball, right field. Sizes this one up. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. And it's fouled away. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 17-3.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Base is empty with 2 away. Wilson Contreras now at the plate. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one's in there. Strike 1. Swings through that.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
And that's the 3rd out. So they get 3 runs on 2 hits, including the homer. No errors and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. Mets are out on top, 17-3. Back here at Citi Field, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Will Smith. The pitch. Right through there for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Amir Garrett getting ready to go.
You're out. Ball 4. Take your base.
And here's the first baseman, Joey Meneses. Fought off foul. The 0-1. Swing and a ball popped up. And the infield fly is called. Two on with 1 out. Here's Nolan Arenado. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. Runners at first and second with one gone, and we're the top half of the sixth. That just misses, and a count 1-2. And speaking of that defense, it's hard to imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman, at El Toro High School in California. So first and second with 2 outs. And now it's going to be Mason Wynn. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. That one in there across the letters.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job.
Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. The Cards with a lot of ground to make up here in the late stages of Game 3. Struck him out looking.
Well, he just went right after him there. No messing around with the off-speed stuff. Here's my fastball. If you can hit it, go for it. 3 fastballs. See you later. Definitely builds your confidence out on the mound.
And up next for St. Louis, Nolan Gorman. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, just about to hit that century mark.
Intentional walk coming here, and that sets up the double play possibility with 1 away and runners at first and second. First and second, 1 out. Wilson Contreras next up for the Cardinals. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. 2 on, 1 out. That pitch gets the corner, and the count is 0-2. Goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Number 59.
Now pitching for St. Louis, number 59, Jose Soriano.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. getting ready to hit. 4 out of 4 with 2 homers.
3.
This team has been truly dominant in the series. Up now 3-0. pretty demoralizing on the other side. You want to get this thing over as quickly as possible. So stay focused, come back for the next game, and close out this series.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
So this one got a little out of hand. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 16 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Citi Field, 41,922. The Mets thank you for your continued support and remind you to please get home safely.
you